Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into one of Python's most powerful built-in libraries for writing clean, memory-efficient code, itertools. If you've ever needed to create custom looping behaviors without burning through your system's RAM, this toolset is your best friend. In this video, we'll focus specifically on infinite iterators, loops that can run forever unless we tell them to stop. We'll cover three essential tools: count, cycle, and repeat. Let's get into the code. Number 1. The count iterator. First up is count. Don't confuse this with the counter class from the collections module. This is an infinite step counter. It takes a starting number and a step value, then increments infinitely. Let's say we want to generate unique IDs for a dynamic list of users, starting from 100 and skipping by 5. Okay. Okay. As you can see, using next fetches the next value on demand. If you use this inside a standard for loop, just make sure to add a break condition, or your script will run forever. Number 2, the cycle iterator. Next is cycle. This one takes an iterable, like a list or a string, and loops through its items continuously in a round robin fashion. When it reaches the end, starts right back at the beginning. A great real-world use case for this alternating UI theme, colors, or managing a rotation of worker shifts. Okay. Okay. The ensure your data cycles perfectly without your having to write manual index resetting logic. If index higher than len, it's fully automated and incredibly clean. Number 3, combining infinite iterators with zip. Now, here is where the magic happens. You might ask, if these run forever, won't they crash my program? Not if you pair them with zip. Python zip stops as soon as the shortest iterable is exhausted. Let's combine cycle with a finite list of tasks to create a schedule. Okay, let's run and output. Even though employees is infinite, the loop stops smoothly after 5 tasks because zip cuts it off. This is a brilliant way to map repeating patterns to finite dataset. Number 4, the repeat iterator. Finally, we have repeat. This returns the exact same element over and over again. You can either let it run infinitely or pass a second argument to limit the count. This is super useful when a function expects an iterable, but you just want to feed it a constant value. Okay. If you don't pass the times argument, calling the next repeat 10 will give you 10 forever. It acts as a lazy, constant data stream that takes up almost zero memory. And that wraps up our look at infinite iterators in Python. We covered count for sequencing, cycle for round-robin rotations, and repeat for constant data streams. Okay, if you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more advanced Python content, and drop a comment below letting me know how you plan to use itertools in your projects. See you in the next one.